Recently, a lot of people have been asking me about this travel lifestyle. How do you travel and have a business? How does that work, Vanessa? And I started thinking about it. And the more I think about it, the more I actually believe that it's in conquering this fear of the unknown that really allows you to take the leap of faith, to follow your intuition, to take that trip, to hire the mentor, to invest in the systems, to commit to that next journey that your soul is calling, that's knocking on your heart. So today's video, I want to talk to you about how to conquer the fear of the unknown. This is day 17 of the 30-day video challenge. My name is Vanessa Simpkins from TakeYourPowerBackNow.com, and I have been traveling most of my life. When I was 20 years old, I left for Asia and spent a year and a half in Japan and China and Thailand doing yoga every day in this little beach hut bungalow that cost me $4 a day right on the ocean, and had an amazing time. I traveled to Costa Rica and then moved to Hawaii. Now I live in Southern California, and I love adventuring. I love traveling. And when I moved to Hawaii, it became very clear to me that I would have to figure out this whole online marketing piece if I was going to make it my business, because I couldn't generate, leads locally using speaking on a tiny little island with less than 60,000 people on it. Kauai is this tiny little island. So I got heavily involved into understanding and learning about Facebook ads, hosting webinars, and really generating the systems in my business that would allow me to run it from anywhere in the world. So list building, getting clear on your offers, and basically you can have a travel lifestyle and a travel business with a website, or not even a website, with something called lead pages and a Skype connection, really. And the real question you want to face is, overcoming that fear of the unknown, because there's a lot of that as you travel. And I think that the biggest nugget here is in first hearing your intuition and then taking action on it. So I know for myself, when I worked for a company doing these mop demonstrations and product demonstrations, kind of like the ShamWow guy, for years, it was a great sounding board. It was a great training ground to be an entrepreneur, to understand that the results were going to come from the efforts that I put out there. There was no, steady paycheck. It was a commission based on what I sold every day. And it was the best training ground for, mindset as an entrepreneur. And I knew there was something more to life. I knew that I was convinced that I could have this online business and have freedom and travel anywhere in the world. And I learned about hosting a telesummit and list building. And then I learned about Facebook ads and webinars, and the journey continues. So my question for you is not so much about, do you want this travel lifestyle? My question for you is, how are you conquering your fear of the unknown? I mean, I'm moving here in a little bit, which is so exciting, but also, oh my God, there's so many unknown things. And facing that, how do you face your fear of the unknown? How do you conquer that? And the biggest tidbit I can share with you about that is, to trust. You got to trust that, life is calling you to do something, because you have everything within you to accomplish that. Otherwise, why would you have the desire? Why wouldn't you have the desire to be a nurse or a carpenter or a painter? And there's nothing wrong with those professions. But if you, are a spiritual entrepreneur, a light worker, energy worker, healer, and you've been feeling called to travel, to expand, to grow, to explore, like I was, and you want help with your travel lifestyle, with your online systems, with generating leads and attracting clients, then reach out to me here. Send me a message here in the Facebook comments, and let me know what you're up to, and let's schedule a time to talk. I want to work with you. I want to find out what's blocking you from really overcoming that hurdle and conquering the fear of the unknown, and getting going. Start traveling, start showing up and saying yes to that call, because in my experience working with entrepreneurs, that call never really goes away. it actually just becomes louder and louder and louder until you finally do something. You know, life squeezes you into that, into really showing up and owning your vision and taking action on it. And then you prove to yourself that all that fear was really nothing. So if this video has inspired you, then like it and share it on your wall with your friends and fans. And if you do want to overcome that fear of the unknown and just own it already and get going, send me a private message and let's talk. I love you guys. Sending you tons and tons of love here from Southern California.